I know Inova is doing its big fundraiser this coming Friday, and I'm going to be part of it. Those are the types of things that, that if that's all I can do, then I'm going to do it. But I just think that we need to understand that we need to have the Affordable Care Act, whether it's current structure or it's being changed and it's being corrected or it's being fixed or it's being added on to. We need to have something for the folks in the United States of America. I mean, for us not to have affordable, quality health care and be the richest nation in the world, that's kind of disappointing.
Thanks, Ron.
All righty, Scott.
Hey, Ron. Just going back to the trade deadline, generally, do you think with this year's COVID protocols, it makes it harder for teams to make a deal, or how do you kind of view just the?
I don't think it's affecting the trade as much as people think. What it really has affected more so than anything else has been the whole free agency stuff in terms of bringing players in, working players out, finding those gems in the rough. I mean, those are the things I think that are really being impacted. Because when you're trading guys that are in the system. So, they'll come over and they'll get right back into the system as opposed to guys that are free agents. So I don't think that's really a big a deal.
Last three, Ben, Russell, and Les.
Hey, Ron. Speaking along the lines of bringing in free agents, this is the first time we've had a chance to talk to you since Eric Reid said that you guys offered him a practice squad. Yep. Spot. What can you tell us about sort of that process, and what do you think about your safety situation heading into this week?
Well, I thought it was a very good conversation with Eric. Eric and I were very honest with each other. Eric told me exactly what he was looking at. I told him the reason why I was going to do, why I had offered him the practice squad spot, the veteran spot, was so that he could come in, he could get his legs under him, because, he really hadn't had an opportunity to go into camp or be part of anything. So I wanted him to build his way up into it. Eric felt, that he had kept himself in great shape and that he'd be ready for any action, because he's a smart football player. He really is. He truly is. But I also wanted to give Reeves an opportunity. I'm one of those guys that if you come to training camp, you work your butt off, you do everything that you're supposed to, you deserve that opportunity before anybody else. And that's kind of what I was doing with Jeremy. I think he earned that right. He earned my respect as far as having gone through camp, not complaining and doing things the right way. So I wanted to give him a chance to be part of the 53 and see where he is. I also didn't want to bring a guy in right away that you would sit there and have hanging over Cam Curl. I thought Cam did a nice job last week. Cam has done a great job for us in our big nickel package, as what we call the Buffalo position. And I wanted to see what he had to do as well. So, but Eric and I had a great conversation. I'm always, Eric is a very honest young man. I'm very honest with Eric. And that was what he decided. And I told him I completely respect that point of view, because he, like I said, I think he's really one of the really good individuals that really, is just a good person.
Last two, Russell, Les.
Hey, Ron, hope you're feeling well. Just going back to last week, obviously you guys were able to establish the run and have a lot of long-term success with it, I guess, over the game, 200 plus yards. How important is that, not just to have the running game, but for it to open up other things on your offense, i.e. play action, keeping a team not honing in and pinning their ears back, and some of the other things you're able to do because of that run game?
Well, you basically just answered all my question for me. But if you do look at it, though, because it's one of the things that when I get up there and I talk to you guys about how do we stop somebody else, it's like, and a great example is we talked about the Rams. After we lost to the Rams, what didn't we do? We didn't stop the running game. So it kept that play action live. And so that's how important it is to have success early running the football. Some people go, oh, well, you're blowing them out. That's why you rush for, 200 yards afterwards. Yeah, but what did we do at the beginning to keep it going? Were we successful in that first quarter? Because if you're successful and you pop off a couple of runs, let's say you have 4 or 5 8-yard runs in a row in the first quarter. Well, guess what happens in the second quarter? The second quarter, you go hard play action. You suck those linebackers up, and now all of a sudden that 17, 18-yard dig becomes a huge play. See, so that's why it's important that you have success early. And you may not run the ball in the second and third quarter because your play action is going so well. Now, all of a sudden, you've got a 3-touchdown lead. You get into the fourth quarter. Now you pound it, and lo and behold, you rush for 200 yards. So again, to your point, and to the example is, if you don't stop the running game, it makes the play action game even that much more valuable.
Last one.
Hey, Ron. Kind of looking back to the even like halftime of the Giants game, it feels like especially defensively, but both sides of the ball, you guys seem to have played better and better. And I don't know if there's something kind of clicked in that time. The coaches last week were talking about practicing well those weeks. Does something kind of come together at that point?
I think players have aha moments. All of a sudden, I get what the coach is trying to say. I see what they're trying to show us. Okay, that makes sense. Again, part of it is we didn't have OTAs. We didn't have mini camps. We didn't have a normal training camp for these guys to look and see and adapt and get used to things. So what's happening now is all of a sudden we're having these aha moments, and hopefully they continue where it makes sense. That's why coach told me to do this. That's why I should drop into this coverage. That's why I run the route the way I run. One of the really neat aha moments, that I've seen in the past is why a receiver has to understand he has to run a route at a certain pace. Okay. I've seen guys go, oh, okay, that makes sense now. I've seen linebackers all of a sudden, okay, the reason why I fall back on this and I don't fall back on that is because this is good. I mean, as a coach, that's gratifying, but you wish they would get it sooner. So right now we're kind of going through these aha moments and hopefully they continue because, again, as the players see these little things and they make more and more sense, now you're going to see guys play more discipline. They're going to play faster. They're going to get to where they need to be to make plays. That's why aha moments are so important.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Cool.
Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.